Hello, Merry Christmas everybody. Right, I'm back with another Retro Argos shopping list video. This is the ultimate Retro Argos Christmas list, this one. So we're mostly going to be focusing on toys, games, computer games, toys, and more toys. So let's have a look at the Argos catalogue. Autumn-winter from 1990. There's going to be some absolute gems in this one. Let's go. So here's the front cover. You got a very memorable Walkman there. I remember that. I don't think I had that particular one, but I remember lots of people having it. Already know there's a tease that this is going to be so good. You've got a Ninja Turtle on the front cover. So that's probably going to be the hottest toy in this catalogue. So instead of browsing through the entire catalogue, which is take a while, hundreds of pages, let's look at the contents and let's go straight to some sections that might be of interest. So watches and clocks might be very nostalgic and funny. So I don't want adult watches, I want kids watches. Let's browse down a bit further. Oh my god, look at her. She looks like Prince. That's the exact kind of pose Prince did. So we're on to Timex. They were a classic when I was a kid. Wow, okay, here we go. Here's the good stuff. We've got a New Kids on the Block watch for, how much is that? $14.99, quite cheap actually. And we've got a Count Duckula watch. Right, now these watches, this kind of like kids watch, they're all really bad. It was kind of cool to have like the character on the face, but you have to lift it up just to see a regular bog standard digital watch underneath. They were all the same, they all look like that. But would I have appreciated a Duckula watch? I think so. So 19, how much is that? $4.95. That is so cheap. So, okay, that's a stocking filler, that one is. Count Duckula watch. These are really retro as well. God, it's so like 90s fashion, that is. Remember people had those like wall clocks that were like just a big giant watch? They were amazing. I never had one, always wanted one. You often see them if you go back to watch like 90s TV shows, and kids' bedrooms have these big giant watches on the wall. I love those. Okay, so that's about it for watches. Anything else that would be good to look at? Sound and vision. So 152. Let's have a look at 152. Any personal stereo? Oh, actually, CD players. Have you got must have personal CD players. Yes, they do. They have a massive, chunky Sony Discman. Yeah, that's like the first Discman. How much is that? I didn't have the first like boxy Discman. I don't know if it was the second one or the second generation or the third. I actually got it here. I've got it to hand. I've got this one. Can you see that there? Of course you can. That is the Sony Discman from probably about 94, I'd say. Maybe 90, maybe around that time anyway. Mid-90s Discman. Still works really well. That isn't actually my one from when I was a kid. I bought it again a year ago or so because I just wanted the nostalgia of having my original Discman again. So I don't think I would have bought or wanted a Discman at this stage. I would have wanted one a few years later. But out of interest, how much is the Discman? So it's 16, so $149.99. I'm not saying necessarily CD was new, because the CD were new in the in the 80s, but they were so expensive then no one could afford them. So they came in more into the mainstream sort of early 90s, but that's still $149.99 in 1990s money. Crazy. So what else? So we haven't got, all we've got is a Duckula watch so far. Let's go back to the contents. and see what other sections to explore, because I'm not browsing the entire catalogue. I've done that before, and although you do see some funny things, I've got a set path today. I'm doing a Christmas list for myself. I'm not doing it for the family. It's Christmas presents I would have wanted and put on the list. Televisions, in sound and vision, you've got musical instruments. Let's just go straight to, I'm going to pick out so many toys, so let's go to the toys. Oh my god, straight there, right? This isn't even really a toy, but first thing on this page, in this section, is a 1989 Batmobile phone. I think it is a phone. It must be, because it's on a phone page. So number one, let's have a read of that. Rocom, Batmobile, one-piece telephone. Audible and visual indication of incoming call. Headlights flash. Tone pulse switchable, time break recall, last number redial, and mute facility. Compatible with British Telecom Star Services. $24.99. I'm having a Batman 1989 telephone in my bedroom. That's like such a 90s kid thing. Great. So that's on there. How many things are going to pick out? I don't think I'm going to have a limit. I've got 2 things on the list so far. A stocking filler type one, which is the duckula watch. The telephone. Oh, the Fisher-Price garage. I think every kid had the Fisher-Price garage. But I'm looking for a little bit older, like sort of the things I would have wanted in 1990. Oh, we're getting to like games and stuff like Spirograph. Spirograph, why did kids love Spirograph? Literally all it was just plastic things that you did, ran like a pen round and loads of times and made a pattern with like a template type thing. Why was that so fascinating as a kid? I would do that for hours. Paul Daniels magic set. I wasn't really into like magic and stuff. I watched some Paul Daniels type stuff or David Copperfield on TV, but I wasn't really a magic guy. Subbuteo. I actually really like Subbuteo, but would I have liked it in 1990? Probably. Yeah, because I was all over World Cup Italia 90. So yes, definitely. So Subbuteo. How much is Subbuteo? Subbuteo Club Edition, $14.25. It's not as much as I thought it was. But mind you, the price went up and up because you had to buy all the little bits. That's basically just a cloth, I think. A cloth pitch. I don't think you get much stuff with it. What does it say you get with it? Subbuteo Club Edition, an exciting football game that includes players, balls, and other accessories. Oh, so you do get the little players, little men that you flicked. I'm sure that would like break your fingernails. See, snooker tables was another thing. But I think I should either go for Subbuteo or a snooker table, not both. Let's not be greedy here. So, yeah, I don't know. I didn't think I'd go this way, but Subbuteo is on my list. Oh, wow. Ninja Turtles, or Hero Turtles here in the UK. Scooter. That is badass. Might come back to that, because if there's a BMX or something, I'd probably prefer a BMX than a scooter. Saying that, those BMX type scooters are something that I always wanted and always had a go on in Toys R Us, so when you could get on stuff and ride it around the shop. I went up riding on those scooters more than the bikes in Toys R Us, so maybe I should put the Turtles scooter on the list. So how much is the Turtle scooter? It's there, BMX scooter. $62.99. That's getting into like main present territory though, isn't it? Do I want that as my main present? I think I do. Can imagine razzing round on that in 1990. Excellent. Oh, wicked. Who's that? A Timmy Mallet there. Oh, look at these electronic games. Oh, bloody hell, I think I had that. I remember that definitely that design. Vampire Attack. I think I actually had that game, so that doesn't need to go on the list. I had it. These like Tiger games, they looked great in the packaging, so everyone bought them, but they were awful, like really, really bad. But God, that's brought back memories. Vampire Attack. Those as well, they're the same. They look, the packaging and the design of the unit was so enticing that you'd pick them up, but they all were really like primitive and bad games, really. Oh, here we go. So, a Nintendo NES, I had to buy one about, was it 10 years ago, something like that? Because I always wanted a Nintendo NES when I was a kid, never got one, but I did get the Sega Master System, and I don't know, some might say that's a better console. Not everyone, I mean, it sold so much better in the US, the Nintendo NES, I mean. But I certainly didn't feel like I was missing out with the Master System. It was a great system, really popular in the UK, but I never had, because I had the Master System, you were either a Sega kid or a Nintendo kid, and I was a Sega kid, so I've just stuck with the Master System, but I always thought I was missing out with the NES. And I love the design of the NES, just that boxy 80s design was really cool. So, does it go on the list though? I can't probably justify having that scooter and an NES. Or can I? Am I going to be a greedy 90s kid? How much is the NES system? So what number is it? 9. Nintendo Control Deck, high quality video game system. Just connect to any ordinary television to experience exciting, high quality graphics, complete with games, console, 2-hand controllers, and Super Mario Brothers game. $94.99. Yeah, they were always a bit too expensive. In 1990, any kid would want Nintendo NES, so I'm doing the ultimate Argos Christmas list here, so the NES is going on my list. The parents could just take out a loan this year. Commodore 64, nah, not even considering that. If I'm going with an NES, I don't need a Commodore 64. Thing is, with the NES, put the cartridge in, go. No faffing about loading for like half an hour with the Commodore. What else is? Oh, Pirate Lego. I had so much Pirate Lego. It was so good. But because I had it, I don't think I need to put that on the list. I'm going for like dream stuff that I probably didn't have and wanted. Technic Lego as well. I had quite a bit of that. I really, really loved that stuff. I think I had that car actually. Werebears. Werebears. I never had a Werebear. Always wanted one. So number 5, Werebears. Oh, actually no. Do I have something to complement my watch? Duckula plush. Or Ed the Duck. Glove puppets. Can't spoil for choice here on this page. Got to go with the theme here. Number 9, Duckula plush. It's a talking plush as well. I bet that's expensive. Plush stuff tends to be. Yeah, look, $19.99. Talking Count Duckula. Push his tummy to activate his voice box and he will give you 10 humorous phrases, includes detachable cape. I don't want to pick too many things, even though it's ultimate list, I can pick anything, effectively. I don't want to pick too much of the same stuff, so I've got to either go for a Werebear or a Duckula plush, but Duckula plush is going to win, surely. Pound puppies, they were one of those things where it's like, it's not just a girl's toy. It started with girls liking them, but then boys just started collecting pound puppies as well. I had a black pound puppy, a bit like that one there, that little one there, but mine wasn't a pup, it was an actual big dog like that. Right, so let's look at Scalextrics out of interest, because I did have a good Scalextric, so I probably won't put that on the list. I had the mini Metro one, is it that one? Night Stages. Scalextric's Night Stages. Oh, that's Escorts, 2 Escort. Yeah, so it was basically the one I had was, it's on here, it is, Mighty Metro. I had that one because it's one of the cheapest ones and Scalextrics is really expensive. Mighty Metro, I had that one year. It might have been 1990 actually. I'm going to read up on that because I had it. I've not put it on my list, but Scalextric's Mighty Metros contains 2 6R4 Metro cars and fully banked figure-of-8 curved track. Yeah, that was so good. Just a figure-8 track, simple, but so much fun. It's similar to that actually. The track, that's like the Batman version of the Mighty Metro Scalextric Scale X. So I've got a Batman phone. Now I don't need Batman everything, even though I would have wanted it. I'm probably gonna go for something Turtles soon. I had that. So many of these toys I had that. It was at my dad's house actually. So yeah, this game, you just launch the Matchbox cars, and if you're playing with 2 people, you had to like either aim for each other's cars or try and avoid each other's cars. Shoot them up the track, round the bank and back through. Micro Machines I loved, but I had a lot of that stuff. I'm looking for dream stuff now. Here we go, Ghostbusters. How many people had the firehouse? Because I never had it. Either it was sold out or it was just a cost thing. I don't know, but how much is it? See, it's quite a lot for just a playset. It's $42.99 for just a bit of plastic that's like this tall, really. So that's probably the reason why I didn't have it. But I did have the Ecto 1 vehicle. So, dream scenario, I should put the firehouse on my list. Let's have a look what it says. Ghostbusters Fire Station. The home of the Ghostbusters features fire pole and ghost containment unit. Ectoplasm can be poured through the goop grate. Garage door open and close. Height 21 inches approximately. Figures not included, but I'd have quite a lot of figures, so I don't really need more figures, although it would be nice. But because I had Ecto 1 and I had the figures, but never had the firehouse is going on the list. Yes. Oh, I love Manta Force. Again, there's so many things here. It's definitely the ultimate list. Boglins. Loads of my friends had Boglins. I never had one, and I always wanted one. So let's have a look at Boglins, and let's have a look at the one that I would have wanted. Ooh, probably that blue guy there. I think my friend had the blue guy. Lovable creatures that come alive when you insert your hand into their body with the unique eye mechanism that allows their eyes to move back and forth. Eyes glow in the dark. Supplied in distinctive box crate with cage door. Definitely. Blue one, I think. Please, Mum and Dad. Turtles figures. I was fortunate enough to have all the Turtles and Splinter. So that's quite good. I know there was different variants of the Turtles, but the basic first run of all the Turtles figures I had didn't have the blimp, but funnily enough, I never really wanted the blimp. I don't know why. So I don't know whether I need to put it on the list. I've got a Turtles scooter. That's on the list. So yeah, I won't put the figures on because I had a lot of them. It's one thing I was fortunate to have. More Batman stuff here. Oh, look at that Batcave. What's that? Batcave for $24.99. Two-sided action-packed fun. Two-sided for action-packed fun. 11 exciting play features with the rotating computer console. Turn the dial to survey the action around Gotham City. Includes Bob the Goon figure. Worth it alone just to get Bob with it. Bob the Goon. Oh yeah, I'd want that. Because I had Batman figure and I had like some of the others, but never this playset. Going to games now. Racked up quite a bit on this Christmas list. Kong Man I always wanted, but if I'm just picking out one board game, I don't know whether it's going to be Kong Man. Screwball Scramble I really like. I played that so much at like my cousin's house and stuff like that. So those two are tempting. Whack Attack, Fireball, Mousetrap, Torpedo Run. I remember all these, but they're not jumping out at me as like, I have to get that one. Hungry Hippos, Booker. Yeah, these are all classics, but there's got to be one that just jumps out at me that I Blockbusters. Hero Quest, it took ages to set up though. Key to the Kingdom, I had that one. Guess Who, Game of Life. Ooh, Ghostbusters the game. Didn't have that. Oh, Ghostbusters the game. It doesn't look that great though. It's pretty basic. I think I might have Kong Man actually. That's another one that I just really, really wanted, but never had. So Kong Man, number 1. Tomy Kong Man. Can you conquer Kong Mountain? Move the steel ball over the steps, across the bridge, and up to the rocky plateau. The higher you go, the higher you score. Operates on LR20 batteries. Yeah, it was really hard. It's like magnetized, but you had to just go over the obstacles and climb up. It's just like a King Kong type scenario, but in a puzzle game. Played it quite a lot at friends' houses, never had it, so yeah. If I'm gonna pick out a game, I'm gonna pick out Kong Man. 12.25, that. Not too bad. But I think that's it, because that's not now the end now, isn't it? Yeah, I think that, yeah, it's gone into the index. So that's my list. So, what did you see in the catalogue? Can you pick out something? So, what the categories there that I've got, like a watch, got like play sets, and there's action figures, board games, video games, all those categories that I covered. Did you see anything that stood out to you that you would have bought? Pop it in the comments. So, I'll see you on the next one. I've been Harvey Retro, and I'll see you in the future, talking about the past. Merry Christmas!
Fancy supporting Retro Rewind in the best possible way? Head over to buymeacoffee.com/Harvey Retro and choose from 2 options to unlock exclusive full movie and album commentary videos by yours truly and guests. Select membership and join Harvey's AV Club for £3 a month. Trivia, anecdotes, and even drinking games will be on the cards with these special commentary episodes. Or, if you'd rather, just say thank you without joining the club, select support and buy us a VHS tape, which is a single £5 contribution, and don't forget to tell us which classic you're adding to our library, as it might inspire me to review that movie in future. And that's it.